My beloved child, there is something that many people have noticed, yet very few have ever spoken about openly. It is not something you purchased. It is not something you earned through status, titles, or recognition. It is something that quietly travels with you wherever you go. Today, we are going to talk about why your appearance and the way you carry yourself have surprised more people than you realize. Have you ever entered a room and felt eyes turn in your direction before you even said a single word? Have you ever noticed people trying to guess your age, only to discover that their assumptions were completely wrong? There is a reason for that. The surprise does not come from a single feature. It does not come from one expression, one hairstyle, or one moment. It comes from the unique combination of energy, confidence, growth, and experience that has shaped who you are today. Many people spend their lives trying to create an image that impresses others. They chase trends. They follow every new idea. They constantly compare themselves to the people around them. Yet despite all of that effort, they never discover what truly captures attention. What captures attention is authenticity. What captures attention is becoming comfortable with who you are. And whether you realize it or not, that journey has changed you in ways that others can clearly see. Some people expected time to make you smaller. They expected challenges to reduce your confidence. They expected disappointments to leave permanent marks on your spirit. Instead, something entirely different happened. You continued moving forward. You learned. You adapted. You grew. And that growth became visible. The fascinating thing is that many people cannot explain what they see. They simply know that something feels different. They look at you and notice a level of maturity that seems beyond your years. At the same time, they notice a sense of vitality that makes you appear younger than expected. It creates a contradiction that leaves people curious. Think about the moments when someone asked your age and immediately reacted with surprise. Think about the times when people looked twice because their first impression did not match reality. Those moments are not random. They are reflections of a deeper truth. The person standing today is not the same person who existed years ago. Every lesson, every challenge, every victory has shaped your presence. What surprises people most is not your appearance alone. It is the story your appearance tells. Without speaking a word, people sense resilience. They sense determination. They sense that you have traveled through experiences that taught you valuable lessons. And yet they also sense hope, excitement, and a willingness to continue growing. There are individuals who secretly wonder how you maintain your outlook. They wonder how you continue smiling after difficult seasons. They wonder how you continue believing in possibilities when others have become cynical. What they do not understand is that true strength is built quietly. It develops through ordinary days that nobody applauds. It develops through decisions nobody notices. It develops through choosing growth even when growth feels uncomfortable. Right now, someone is remembering the version of you they knew years ago. They are comparing that memory to who you have become. The difference is larger than they expected. The confidence is stronger. The wisdom is deeper. The presence is more powerful. And whether they admit it or not, they are impressed. The remarkable part is that your greatest transformation may still be ahead of you. Many people believe growth has a finish line. They believe there comes a moment when improvement stops. But that is not true. Every season introduces new opportunities to become wiser, kinder, stronger, and more capable than before. As you listen today, remember this important truth. Your value has never been determined by a number. Your worth has never been measured by appearances alone. What truly makes people stop and take notice is the combination of character, perseverance, and authenticity that shines through everything you do. And there is one more thing that many people have never told you. The qualities they admire most are often the qualities you overlook. While you focus on your imperfections, others notice your determination. While you focus on what still needs improvement, others notice how far you have already come. While you question yourself, others see evidence of remarkable growth. So carry this thought with you today. The surprise people feel is not simply about how young you look or how mature you seem. It is about the extraordinary journey that has shaped you into someone unforgettable. And as this journey continues, there will be even more moments when people realize that you are becoming far more than they ever expected. The story is still unfolding. The growth is still happening. The best chapters have not been written yet. And the person you are becoming may surprise even you. A remarkable truth is about to unfold, and it connects directly to the reason so many people have been surprised by you. Not because of luck. Not because of coincidence. Not because of something temporary. The surprise comes from a transformation that has been happening right in front of everyone's eyes, yet only now are people beginning to understand it. There was a time when people thought they had you completely figured out. They believed they knew exactly who you were, exactly how far you would go, and exactly what your future would look like. But something unexpected happened. You kept growing. You kept evolving. You kept becoming a stronger version of yourself while nobody was paying attention. Then one day, they looked at you again, and suddenly their old assumptions no longer matched reality. That moment of realization is powerful. Imagine someone who has not seen you for years. They remember an older version of you. They remember your habits, your struggles, your uncertainties, and your limitations. Then they see you today. Instantly, something feels different. They cannot fully explain it, but they know they are looking at someone who has changed in extraordinary ways. The most fascinating part is that many people first notice it through your appearance. They notice a freshness in your expression. They notice a confidence in your posture. They notice a calmness in your presence. They notice a level of maturity mixed with youthful energy that creates a combination they rarely see. And that is exactly why people become surprised. Some expected time to leave visible signs of stress. Instead, they found someone carrying greater peace. Some expected years to reduce enthusiasm. Instead, they found someone carrying greater purpose. Some expected life to make you tired. Instead, they found someone carrying renewed strength. What they are really seeing is not your age. They are seeing your growth. Growth has a way of changing everything. It changes the way you think. It changes the way you respond to challenges. It changes the way you speak. It changes the way you carry yourself. And eventually, it becomes visible even before you say a single word. There are people who secretly wonder what your secret is. They wonder why you seem different. They wonder why you seem more confident. They wonder why you seem more at peace. They wonder why your presence feels stronger than before. The answer is simple. You kept moving forward when it would have been easier to stop. You kept believing when it would have been easier to doubt. You kept learning when it would have been easier to remain the same. Every lesson added something valuable to your character. Every challenge taught you something important. Every victory gave you greater confidence. Every setback gave you greater wisdom. And now all of those experiences have combined to create a version of you that many people never expected to see. There is another reason your appearance surprises people. Most people expect growth to happen slowly and predictably. But real transformation often happens quietly. It happens beneath the surface long before anyone notices it. Then suddenly, all at once, people begin to see the results. That is exactly what is happening now. People are beginning to notice the person you have become. Some are inspired by it. Some are impressed by it. Some are surprised by it. And some are still trying to understand it. But regardless of what they think, one fact remains true. You are not the same person you used to be. You have gained knowledge. You have gained perspective. You have gained resilience. You have gained confidence. And those qualities create a presence that naturally attracts attention. The interesting thing is that while others are noticing your growth, you may still be focusing on the distance left to travel. You may still be thinking about goals you have not reached. You may still be thinking about improvements you want to make. That is because growth-minded people rarely stop moving forward. They celebrate progress, but they continue reaching higher. They appreciate accomplishments, but they continue learning. They value success, but they continue improving. And that mindset is one of the greatest reasons people admire them. As this journey continues, more surprises are waiting ahead. More opportunities are coming. More growth is coming. More lessons are coming. More victories are coming. The story that others are only beginning to notice is still being written. And one day, many of the people who are surprised by you today will look back and realize that they witnessed something extraordinary. They witnessed a person who refused to remain limited by old expectations. They witnessed a person who continued growing beyond what others imagined possible. They witnessed a person who transformed challenges into wisdom and experience into strength. Most importantly, they witnessed someone becoming the very best version of themselves. And the most exciting part of all is this. The chapter you are living right now is not the final chapter. It is only the beginning of something even greater. The future version of you is still being created. The next level of growth is still ahead. The next breakthrough is still ahead. The next opportunity is still ahead. And when that moment arrives, the same people who are surprised today may be even more amazed by what you become tomorrow. There is a moment that arrives in every extraordinary journey, a moment when people can no longer ignore what has changed. They may have overlooked the early signs. They may have dismissed the small improvements. They may have assumed that nothing significant was happening. But eventually, the evidence becomes impossible to miss. And for many people looking at you today, that moment has already arrived. When people talk about appearance, they often focus only on what they can see. They focus on features, style, or age. But the truth is much deeper than that. The reason your looks and your age have surprised so many people is because they are witnessing the outward reflection of an inward transformation. They are seeing confidence where they expected uncertainty. They are seeing calmness where they expected pressure. They are seeing growth where they expected sameness. Many people spend years waiting for a dramatic moment to change their lives. They imagine that transformation will arrive overnight. They imagine that one event will suddenly make everything different. But that is rarely how real growth works. Real growth happens quietly. It happens in ordinary moments. It happens when nobody is watching. It happens through small decisions repeated over and over again. That is why so many people never notice the process. They only notice the result. And when they finally notice it, they are surprised. There are people who remember an earlier version of you. They remember the goals you were chasing. They remember the lessons you were learning. They remember the challenges you were facing. What they do not realize is how much strength was being built during those moments. Strength is not created during easy seasons. Wisdom is not created during comfortable seasons. Character is not created during effortless seasons. These qualities are developed through experience. Every obstacle taught you something. Every disappointment taught you something. Every success taught you something. Every season added another layer to who you are today. Now people are beginning to see the result of all that growth. Some notice it immediately. Some notice it slowly. Some notice it without understanding why. But they notice it. That is the reason they are surprised. The most interesting part is that many of the qualities people admire in you today were developed during moments they never saw. They did not see the patience it took to keep going. They did not see the determination it took to keep learning. They did not see the effort it took to keep believing in yourself when progress felt slow. Yet all of those invisible moments created visible results. And visible results always attract attention. Think about how often people underestimate what consistency can accomplish. They focus on dramatic changes while ignoring the power of daily improvement. They expect greatness to appear instantly. They forget that greatness is usually built one step at a time. You chose those steps. You kept moving. You kept growing. You kept learning. And now the difference is becoming impossible to ignore. There is another truth that many people fail to understand. Growth changes more than appearance. It changes presence. It changes energy. It changes the way others experience you. When someone speaks with you today, they are not just responding to how you look. They are responding to the confidence behind your words. They are responding to the wisdom behind your decisions. They are responding to the strength behind your smile. Those qualities create an impact that goes far beyond appearances. That impact stays in people's minds. That impact leaves an impression. That impact creates curiosity. And that curiosity often leads people to ask questions. What changed? How did this happen? What is different now? The answer is not found in one moment. The answer is found in your journey. Every lesson became part of your foundation. Every challenge became part of your strength. Every experience became part of your story. And today that story is visible to everyone around you. What makes this even more remarkable is that you may not fully recognize it yourself. When people experience gradual growth, they often adapt to it. They become accustomed to their progress. They forget how far they have come because they see themselves every day. Others do not. Others remember who you used to be. Others remember where you started. Others remember the early chapters. That is why they are often the first to recognize how much has changed. And when they compare the past to the present, the difference surprises them. As this journey continues, there is something important to remember. The qualities that have brought you this far are the same qualities that will carry you forward. Curiosity, determination, patience, growth. These are not temporary strengths. They are lifelong advantages. The future will bring new opportunities. The future will bring new lessons. The future will bring new achievements. And with every new chapter, the person you are becoming will continue to evolve. One day, people may look at your story and assume success happened easily. They may see the results without understanding the effort behind them. They may admire the outcome without realizing the commitment it required. But you will know the truth. You will know about the quiet moments. You will know about the lessons. You will know about the persistence. You will know about the growth. And that knowledge will make every accomplishment even more meaningful. The remarkable reality is that your journey is still unfolding. There are still experiences ahead that will teach you new things. There are still opportunities ahead that will reveal new strengths. There are still moments ahead that will help you become even more capable than you are today. So when people express surprise, accept it with gratitude. Not because of appearance alone. Not because of age alone. But because their surprise is evidence of your growth. It is evidence that you kept moving forward. It is evidence that you continued learning. It is evidence that you continued becoming the person you were capable of becoming. And if the progress you have made so far has already surprised so many people, imagine what may happen as the next chapters of your story begin to unfold. The journey is not over. The transformation is not complete. The best lessons are still ahead. The greatest growth is still ahead. And the person you are becoming may one day exceed even your own expectations. There is a fascinating reason why people continue talking about you long after a conversation ends. It is not because you seek attention. It is not because you demand recognition. It is because there is something about your journey that challenges expectations. The title of this message speaks about your looks and your age surprising people, but the deeper truth goes far beyond appearance. The real surprise is the person you have become. Many people build opinions quickly. They look at someone for a few seconds and decide who that person is. They create assumptions based on limited information. They believe they understand the whole story after seeing only a single page. Yet when they encounter you, those assumptions often begin to fall apart. At first, they notice the surface. Then they notice your confidence. Then they notice your perspective. Then they notice your maturity. Then they notice your energy. And suddenly they realize they are looking at someone who cannot be understood through appearances alone. That realization creates curiosity. Curiosity creates attention. Attention creates admiration. And admiration creates lasting memories. Think about how rare that truly is. Every day, people meet hundreds of individuals. Most encounters are forgotten within hours. Most conversations disappear from memory. Most impressions fade quickly. Yet there are certain people who leave a lasting impact. Not because they try to be unforgettable, but because their authenticity naturally stands out. That is one of the reasons people remember you. The world often expects people to become predictable over time. It expects people to settle into routines and stop evolving. But every year of your journey has added something valuable. Instead of becoming stagnant, you became stronger. Instead of becoming limited, you became wiser. Instead of becoming discouraged, you became more determined. People notice that. Even when they do not say it aloud, they notice it. There are moments when someone sees you after a long period apart and struggles to explain what feels different. They know something has changed. They know something stands out. They know something feels stronger than before. What they are sensing is growth. Growth leaves clues. It changes how you communicate. It changes how you think. It changes how you respond to situations. It changes how you carry yourself. Eventually, those changes become impossible to hide. That is why the surprise continues. The interesting thing is that true transformation rarely announces itself. It does not arrive with noise. It does not demand attention. It simply develops day after day until one day everyone begins to notice the result. The result becomes visible. The confidence becomes visible. The wisdom becomes visible. The resilience becomes visible. And suddenly people start asking questions. How did this happen? When did this happen? What changed? The answer is simple. You never stopped becoming better. While others waited for perfect conditions, you kept learning. While others focused on limitations, you focused on possibilities. While others doubted themselves, you continued building your future one step at a time. That choice has created a powerful difference. There is another important truth hidden within your story. Many people underestimate the impact of consistency. They admire major achievements but overlook the daily actions that create them. They celebrate results while ignoring the habits that produced those results. Yet your journey proves something remarkable. Small improvements create extraordinary outcomes. One lesson may seem small. One decision may seem small. One step may seem small. But when repeated over months and years, those steps create transformation. And transformation always attracts attention. Some people are inspired by your progress. Some people are surprised by your progress. Some people are motivated by your progress. But almost nobody remains indifferent to it. That is because growth has a unique power. It reminds people of what is possible. It reminds people that change can happen. It reminds people that improvement is available to anyone willing to pursue it. As you continue forward, there will be even more opportunities to grow. New experiences will teach you new lessons. New challenges will reveal new strengths. New achievements will open new doors. The future version of you is still taking shape. The future version of you will possess greater wisdom, greater confidence, greater understanding, greater purpose. And when people compare that future version to the person they once knew, the surprise may become even greater than it is today. Perhaps the most beautiful part of all is this. Your value has never depended on meeting someone's expectations. Your worth has never depended on fitting into someone's assumptions. Your significance has never depended on what others predicted for you. Your journey belongs to you. Your growth belongs to you. Your story belongs to you. And every chapter has contributed to the person standing here today. So if people are surprised, let them be surprised. If people are impressed, let them be impressed. If people are curious, let them be curious. Because the truth is that the qualities they are noticing were earned through persistence, learning, patience, and growth. Those qualities cannot be borrowed. Those qualities cannot be copied. Those qualities are built. And you have been building them for far longer than most people realize. One day, someone will look at your journey from beginning to end and understand what others missed. They will understand that the real story was never about appearance alone. It was never about age alone. It was about transformation. It was about growth. It was about becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable with every passing season. That is the reason people are surprised. And that is the reason your story continues to inspire attention wherever it goes. The next chapter is approaching. The next lesson is approaching. The next opportunity is approaching. And when it arrives, it may reveal strengths within you that even you have not discovered yet. Because the most remarkable part of your story is not what has already happened. The most remarkable part is what still lies ahead.